here we are at Yoga Life. I'm Nataraj, and this is Hatha Yoga. So we'll be using the strap as a part of our opening, and I just want to demonstrate what this might look like. So, anatomy of a strap. We have the loop, and we have the tail, okay? The way this is going to work, I'll demonstrate first, and we'll all give it a shot, is we'll come to lay on our back, and we'll insert our right foot, the arch of our right foot, into the loop, and somewhere away from the tail, you'll curl your head, neck, and shoulders up away from the floor, and we'll place the belt right at the occipital ridge. There's this bony landmark at the base of your skull, or like if you were wearing a baseball cap, that place where that would be. And you'll just let the weight of your head stretch the hamstring. Now, so you're not jutting your head forward and perpetuating your own tech neck, what I'll ask you to do is imagine that we were almost finger painting. I want you to think about sliding your finger paints away from your body as you reach the crown of the head towards the back of the room, so you feel the back of the neck is long. And the tightness of the loop should be where if you plucked it, it would produce an audible sound like a guitar string or bass string or something like that. And so the head is supported. You may have to pull on the tail to tighten the loop quite significantly, right? But the idea is that your right leg should be straight, the head should be held, the low back can be flat on the floor. And there you are. And if you're struggling, don't suffer in silence. My name is Nataraj. I'm here to help. You just wave me over and we'll figure it out together, okay? And so you'll play this interesting game in your inner world. Is the leg holding the head, or is the head holding the leg? So really use the hands dynamically on the ground. Remember that feeling of finger painting, like sliding or smearing the paint towards your toes, so that your chest can stay kind of lifted, actually, and the back of the neck can be long. There should be a sense of floating. You have to tighten that actually a lot more. Tighten it, yeah, pull on the tail. I'm just gonna,
Thank you.
There you go. There you go. And so when you find the right balance point, it's quite nice. And then as your head holds your leg or your leg holds your head, anchor your awareness in the world of your body just by noticing on purpose with a little bit of curiosity and compassion. What am I feeling? And where am I feeling it? It's probably the back of the right leg, but it could be somewhere else. One of the kind of virtues that the great tantric master Abhinavagupta extols as being necessary for someone on the path of yoga, is he says that the yogi should become sahridaya. And this is a word that literally means available-hearted, and it describes a connoisseur of a kind of art form, usually like a good audience member. You may have to tighten the strap by pulling on the tail, too loose. And so if an audience member is educated in the world of theater, they've seen enough plays to know what's good and what's bad, they know how much hard work it goes in to make the play happen, and then they show up, and the play is very good, there can be suspension of disbelief and a simultaneous relishing of the art form. And this kind of dual awareness of the relishing of the experience and the losing of oneself in it is sahridaya, to be available-hearted, to appreciate the work, and to be immersed in it. And so the yogi is thought to become sahridaya to Shakti, the experience of aliveness. And so there's aliveness in your body, there's an energy in your body that's radiant and it's pulsating, and it expresses itself in sensation and the way thoughts and emotions and memories and words and images arise and subside. And here now in this shape, maybe you feel it as the back of your right leg stretching. And if you pay close attention to it and you really savor it, that sensation, it's not a static thing, it's not a one note. There's pulsation, like the heartbeat or the breath. You can feel this ebb and flow, rise and fall in the back of the right leg stretching, and you can just kind of enjoy the ride. Take a big breath in and a long breath out. Do that again. Breathe in deep. Breathe out long. The in-breath comes in a little bit deeper. And the out-breath goes out a little bit longer. Keep lifting your heart up towards your throat. Keep using that sense of the hands smearing the floor away from the rest of your body. And very slowly pick your left knee up into the air. And now start to extend your left leg. So your left heel is reaching for that place where front wall and ceiling meet. Take a big breath in, lift your chest. And as you exhale, feel the back of your left leg just get a little heavier as you lower 1/3 of the way down to the earth with the left leg. Take a big breath in. Establish length in your right leg, a lifting of the heart. Exhale, lower the left leg another 1/3 of the way down. You should feel both legs are straight and strong. Big breath in, chest lifts, hands, arms are active. See if you can get the back of your left leg to touch the ground all in the same moment. Both legs are super long. And we'll just take 3 breaths here. Breathe in. Breathe out 1. Breathe in. Breathe out for 2. Breathe in. And breathe out for 3. Slowly bending your left leg, step your left foot flat on the floor. Grab a hold of the loop of the strap with your hands and let your head recline back down to earth. Crossing your right thigh over your left thigh, you can set the strap just over your chest and let your knees fall to the left as you reach and look to the right. The right palm faces up. The breath is long and spacious. The whole body expresses energy, aliveness. Feel how the whole shape of the body is impacted by the breath. It's almost as if there's an imaginary inner tube around your ribs. And as you inhale, that inner tube inflates as you expand in all directions. And as you exhale, it deflates. It hugs into the center. And again, just enjoy the ride, this expansion and contraction. There will be both, just as certainly as there is the inhale and the exhale. There will be rise and fall. Also good days and bad days, pleasure and pain. And so just by taking it moment to moment and relishing the experience of the energy of life, we learn to be with ourselves and all of life and its variety of forms and manifestations and movements. But it starts with becoming available-hearted to relish the experience here in our own body. Breathe in. Breathe out. Big breath in. Long breath out. Last time, the breath comes in. And the breath goes out. Reach your right arm over to the left and lay on your left side. You can tuck your left arm underneath your head and turn your left. Sweep your right heel back towards the glutes and catch hold of the top of your right foot where your shoelaces would be. Stretch the right quadricep, pointing the right knee towards the end of your mat. Hug your inner thighs together. Feel the right thigh muscle stretch. Breathe in. Breathe out. Again, notice the radiant sensation, the ebb and flow, rise and fall, and the feeling of the right thigh muscle as it stretches. If you want more dynamism, more intensity, maybe you squeeze the right glute. Notice how that feeling of pulsation becomes more pronounced. Breath comes in, breath goes out. One more time, breathing in and breathing out. Come to lay on your back. Step your right foot flat on the floor. And extending your left leg up into the air, hook the arch of your left foot in the loop. You may have to loosen the strap a little bit by pulling on the D-rings or tighten the strap based on this side being different than the other. But again, we don't want the head jutting up into space, creating more neck tension. You know, we already are a society that lives with a head thrusting forward, looking down at our cell phones. Okay, so this is to combat that. So to do that, you got to bring some awareness and aliveness into your arms and hands. Smear the paint away from you as the heart lifts up towards the throat. The crown of the head actually reaches to the back wall. And in that way, you decompress the neck as the strap cradles the head. And again, you can play this game. Is my head holding my leg, or is my leg holding my head? Yeah, and in time you might tighten the strap or loosen the strap based on your preference. And then grounding your awareness here now in the world of your body. How can you make yourself more available to the experience that's happening here now? Use the mind to take interest in what's going on in the back of your left leg, as normally thinking is a product of wishing the moment were different than it is. You know, we want things to be more or better or different or less. One of my great teachers, Devi Ma Saraswati, she told me very intensely once that real love is appreciation of the way things are here now. And so we're just opening ourselves up to appreciate this feeling of aliveness in the back of the left leg. It's amazing to have a left leg. It's miraculous that we're alive and breathing, and we have the time and safety and resources to practice yoga. And that we can take interest in something as nuanced, as subtle as the back of the left leg and the energy that lets the whole thing be possible. And so you just open up, and you probe into the experience with your breath and your awareness, and just try and relish the experience. Breathe in, and breathe out. Just feeling the body as it breathes. Breath coming in, breath going out. Breathe in deep. Breathe out long. Breath coming in. And breath going out. And then drawing the right knee in towards the chest, the right foot lifts up off the floor. And then extend your right leg. So our heel is pointing at that place where front wall and ceiling meet. Take a big breath in. Lift your heart. Feel both legs extend. Use your hands to smear the paint away from you. And as you exhale, lower the right leg 1/3 of the way down. Take a big breath in. Connect to your hands. Lift your heart. Both legs are straight and strong. Exhale. Again, lower 1/3 of the way down to earth. Again, both legs straight and strong. Big breath in. Reach out through your heels. Exhale. See if you can get the back of your right leg to touch the ground all in the same moment. We'll hold and breathe here. Really feel the back of the left leg light up. Inhale. Exhale. The breath comes in. The breath goes out. Breathing in deep. Breathing out long. Step your right foot flat on the floor. Use your hands to remove the strap from the back of your head. And cross the left thigh over the right thigh. You can just lay the strap across your chest. Let your legs fall off to the right. You can weigh the legs down with your right arm. Reach out to the left. Take a twist. Feel that imaginary inner tube around the ribs. And just enjoy the play of expansion and contraction, of in-breath and out-breath. Ebb and flow, rise and fall. Really pouring your awareness into the breath. Drink it in fully. Take a big breath in. And a long breath out. And reaching your left arm over to the right. You can lay on your right side, tuck your right arm underneath your head, and unhook your left leg from the right. Sweeping the left heel back towards the glutes. Catch hold of the top of your left foot with your left hand as you squeeze the inner thighs together. Feeling the left quadricep, the thigh muscle. Begin to stretch. Offer the breath into that experience. Breathe in. Breathe out. A big breath in. And a long breath out. Breathe in deep. And breathe out long. Coming to lay on your back, you can set the strap aside with a bridge pose. Push down through both feet. Lift your hips up into the air. Clasp the hands behind you in the shoulder stretch. Walking the arms together, push that fist you've made down into the floor as you exalt the heart, lifting the heart up towards the throat. Take a big breath in, and as you exhale, just gently tone the back of your head into the floor, very gently. As you inhale, release the effort of the head. And as you exhale, gently press the back of your head consciously down into the floor. Keep lifting the heart, keep the glutes engaged. One more time, big breath in. Exhale, a gentle toning of the back of your head against the floor. Take a big breath in and then release your shoulders, stretch. Slowly lower all the way down. Let your knees fall left and right, left and right, left and right. And now hug the knees into the chest as you draw imaginary circles on the ceiling with your knees in one direction and then the other. Inhale to rock backwards. Exhale, rock forward. Pick up speed, build momentum until you can come all the way up to a seat. And we'll swing the legs around for tabletop, hands and knees. Knees are underneath the hips, hip distance apart, wrists under the shoulders, shoulder distance apart, and start to move the spine through extension and flexion, rounds of cow and cat pose. So as you inhale, look up towards the sky, arch the back. Exhale, round the spine. Contract, tuck chin to chest. Let your breath be your body's inner metronome, and that's going to dictate how fast or slow you move. And as you start to extend and flex your spine, become more sahridaya, or available-hearted, to the inner world experience. What's the energy of life that's present in your body and your thoughts and this circumstance communicating to you? Where do you feel open? Where do you feel tense? Where do you feel tight or stuck or stressed? And based on the feedback that you're getting from this conscious energy of life that enlivens body, mind, circumstance, you can start to work with it. And maybe to feel more open or more free, you've got to wag your tail from side to side, or make circles with the hips, the ribs, the shoulders. Maybe you have to look left and right, or shake the body in some way, or stretch your wrists, twist the body. Maybe there's tension in the jaw and you've got to open up the mouth or stick out the tongue. Maybe what you need isn't a physical movement of the body, but you need an attitude adjustment, in which case you direct the mind towards one thing or away from something else, and that's part of the inner mental yogic process. You actually have a lot you can work with in this moment. There's breath and mind and movement. And over the next 5 or so breaths, we'll take that spirit of experimentation or fluidity into the down dog. And in the down dog, maybe you have to wag your tail from side to side, or pedal through the feet. Shake the head yes or no, sigh out, blow through the lips, or you got to wave a leg around or an arm around in the air. Take a big breath in. Take a long breath out. Breathe in deep. Breathe out long. One more time, a big breath in. And a long breath out. Step your right foot forward between the hands and lower the left knee down onto the mat or the blanket for some extra padding. And now sweep the arms up by the ears for Anjaneyasana. And then in today's version of Anjaneyasana, hook your thumbs. Yeah? As you hook your thumbs, try to tear your hands apart. And as you create tension in your arms, use the tension productively to straighten your arms even more. Yeah? And as your elbows pinch your temples, feel how that allows the rib basket, the chest to lift. All right, the heart's really buoyant. It's like if we were going to shine the bat signal up into the sky, you know? The heart has got to be angled up. Yeah? Take a big breath in and a long breath out. Twice more. Breathe in deep. Breathe out long. One more time. A full breath in. And a long breath out. Okay. Place your right hand inside your right foot, so the heel of your right hand is in line with the heel of your foot. Bring your left hand to your hip, and then turn your left hip forward and down, so your hips point straight ahead. And as you press your right arm and leg together, again, create productive tension in your body to turn just your heart, your ribs, open. Not the hips, but just the heart is turning open towards the sidewall. The hips stay square. The icing on the cake here is to reach your left arm into the air, towards the sky. Yeah? Breathe in. Breathe out. Feel this dynamic union between right leg and right arm, pushing together to generate the force, right, to rotate your heart open. Breathe in. Breathe out. This is an incredibly agitating shape, I find. But this shape, one of my teachers, Dharma Mitra, he used to include this in his warm-up, and it was this shape that actually taught me how to do all of the crazy yoga poses. Because you have to learn how to press two parts of your body together. You know, usually it's just one force against the other, but really there's two things, arm into leg and leg into arm, both. Last time, big breath in, and a long breath out. And now sweep the arms back up into the air. That's gonna feel so nice. And place the left hand at the base of your neck. Grab a hold of your left elbow with your right hand and start to angle your elbow up. Push your head back. Feel the back of your neck elongate. Pull your bottom ribs in like a wave, crashing in the ocean. Lift it over to the right. If you can, squeeze the glutes. And really feel the heart is lifting up as you lean over. Breathe in. Breathe out. Press your head back against your arm. Don't stop that. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more time. Breath coming in. And breath going out. Straighten up the spine. Place the hands together at the heart. Anjali Mudra. Hook the left elbow outside the right leg as you twist. And now pressing through the back of your left arm, reach your heart forward. If you need it, it's there. Yeah. Sliding the heart forward out of the waistband of your pants. Try and look up past the right shoulder. But really feel that the back of the neck is long as you rotate. It's not like a crunching of the head back as you look up, but the neck is a part of your spine, your cervical spine. Yeah. So it's all one long line. Breathing in. Breathe out. 2 more. Big breath in. Long breath out. Remember the inner tube? Yeah. Feel that. Inflate and deflate. Gorgeous. Hands on the mat. Frame the right foot. Straighten the right leg long in front of you. Half split. Reaching the heart forward towards the toes. If the floor feels far away, stack your hands on the blocks. Make the floor come to you. Bowing down as you breathe. Notice the back of the right leg light up. And as the back of your right leg lights up, it's a sensation we've been feeling before, right? But it has a nuanced texture. Every moment has a kind of newness, a nuance, a richness. Maybe you've done the half split, a million times before, but you've never done this one before. So what's going on here now? Just try and relish the experience. Good art has nuance. Appreciate the nuance. Breathe in. Breathe out. A big breath in. And a long breath out. Last time. Breathing in. Breathe out. Good. Crawl your way forward to a lunge. Set the blocks aside and we'll step back. Tabletop. Hands and knees. And then do cat and cow or something like it. After all those kind of stagnant linear poses, give yourself permission to just, make circular or serpentine movements, break out of the lines, express naturalness or spontaneity. Just come back to that feeling of flow or fluidity. And then we'll come back to downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Pressing your chest towards your thighs, breathe in deep. And breathe out long. Again, breath comes in. Breath goes out. Last time, breathe in. And breathe out. Step your left foot forward between the hands and lower the right knee down. Sweep your arms up into the air, Anjaneyasana, and then hook your thumbs. So as you hook your thumbs, try to tear your hands apart. And as you feel your arm muscles engage, use that to straighten your arms even more. And that energy of arm muscles having to arm bones and arms straight helps you lift the heart. As you shine the light of your heart up towards the ceiling. And there's a whole sense of the sideways cinching in to support that lift. Breathe in. Breathe out. It's the left leg in front. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more time. Breath coming in. And breath going out. Place the left hand inside the left foot. The left leg's in front. The heel of your left hand in line with the heel of the foot. And then reach the right hand to grab a hold of your hip and self-assist as you turn the right hip forward and down. So your hips are square. And now pushing your left arm and leg together in a dynamic way, See if you can isolate the movement just from the rib cage up. It's not going to be the biggest twist ever. It's a subtle movement, you know, just turning the heart open. And then maybe you reach the right arm into the air. And so you've made this, bless you, a healthy boundary in your own body by wrapping the right hip forward and down. And at the same time, as you press your left leg and arm together, the spine is lengthening. The heart is revolving open. And you can really take in the experience because of the breath. The breath allows awareness to be with experience. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Last time, inhale. And exhale. Sweep your arms up by the ears. Re-lengthen the spine. Come back up, Anjaneyasana. It's going to feel nice as you lengthen. And then placing the right hand at the base of your neck, grab hold of right elbow with left hand. Start to angle that elbow up towards the sky, and then push your hand back against your arm. Yeah, as you lengthen your spine, pull your legs in, squeeze your glutes, big breath in, and as you breathe out, you start to side bend up and over to the left. Keep pressing your head against your right arm. So there's a sense of lengthening and lifting as you breathe in, and then finding depth as you breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breath coming in. Breath going out. Good. Straighten up the spine. Hands together at heart center. Hook the right elbow outside the left leg to twist. And as you press through the back of your right arm, go for the lengthening of the spine, lifting the heart up away from the waistband of your pants. The back of the neck is long, the crown of the head reaching out. Maybe you turn your chin to hover above your left shoulder. So as you look up towards the sky, the neck stays really long. Breathe in. Breathe out. Feel the whole body expanding as you inhale and contracting as you exhale. Just enjoy the wave of movement, breathing in, breathing out. Last time, breath comes in, and the breath goes out. Frame the left foot with both hands. Extend the left leg long in front of you, the half split, Ardha Hanumanasana. Left leg is straight, hands are flat. If the hands aren't flat, grab hold of the blocks, make the floor come to you. And then in all the postures, it's like we're checking for the pulse, you know? Where is their aliveness? Okay, the back of left leg stretching. Yeah. Are you in touch with the subtle movement and side sensation? And what's your relationship to it? Is there flow? Is there love? Is there appreciation? Are you Sahridaya, or is there tension? Is there gripping? Is there animosity? You know, you beating yourself up because you have tension in the body. It's not a productive use of the mind. So how can you cultivate an honest, loving feeling towards your very tight left hamstring? And you feel, oh yes, there's this amazing energy of life inside the body. And this is one of the ways it expresses itself. And you can be with it. Take a big breath in. And a long breath out. 2 more. Breathe in. Breathe out. Last time. Breath coming in. Breath going out. Crawl your way forward to a lunge. Sweep the left leg back, tabletop. And just wiggle around in some way that's non-linear or spontaneous or circular. Yeah, maybe there's a sense of like stirring the pot with your pelvis or the back of your heart, or making circles with your head, your shoulders. And then we'll take downward facing dog, pressing chest to thighs. Breathe in deep. Breathe out long. The body's still in down dog, but there's still that shimmer of subtle movement, and we can appreciate it and hold it on our awareness and offer it the breath. Breathe in. And breathe out. Last time, the breath comes in, and the breath goes out. Walk the hands backward towards the feet. Get your feet flat on the floor. Feet are at least hip distance apart, but go wider if you have a history of low back tension or pain or injury. Bend your legs, resting ribs on thighs, and grab a hold of opposite elbows and just dangle. Swaying from side to side, take a big breath in and a long breath out. Breathe in deep, head hangs heavy, breathe out long. Last time, breath coming in, breath going out. Release hold of your elbows, toe heel the feet wide, and bend the legs as you come to squat. Malasana. As you take the squat, let the hips sink low. Your heels are flat on the floor. If the heels are lifting up, you can sit up on one or both blocks or roll up a blanket and tuck it behind the heels. And as you press your elbows against your inner thighs, feel that you can even widen your inner knees. And as the inner knees move wide apart, your glutes can engage, and then the heart can lift as the crown stacks above the heart. In one of the Shiva Sutras, it talks about to the one established in the straight back posture, that yogi easily becomes immersed in the heart. There's this kind of archetypal imagery of placing the crown above the heart. Yeah, the spine is long, and then it can be easy to rest in aliveness. Right? The mind can take that holy pilgrimage down to the heart, and you can be with this feeling of energy, sensation, embodiment, lively presence. And yeah, of course, the longer I keep you here, the more intense it is. But we watch intense movies and we like it, you know? There's like a level of distance and appreciation and suspension of disbelief, you know? Can you watch the movie of the inner space? Can you enjoy the ride? You know, big breath in and a long breath out. One more time. Breathe in deep. Breathe out long. And then hands on the mat, crawl your way forward into plank. After all that time with bent legs, now enjoy having straight legs. Squeeze your seat, push the mat forward with the toes, drag the mat back with the hands, and just generate total body tension. If plank is too intense, you can always lower your knees down onto the floor. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale for 2. Inhale. Exhale for 3. Come all the way down to lay on the floor. And once you're laying down on the floor, prop yourself up on your elbows for the Sphinx pose, Bhujangasana 2. So your elbows are directly underneath your shoulders, and your forearms make 2 long parallel lines. All right, so you've made a gateway with your arms that your heart can move forward through. All right, reaching your heart through your arms, get really broad across the collarbones. All right, available-hearted, Sahridaya. And then reach the occipital ridge. Remember the place where we put the strap? Like where the bottom of your baseball cap would be? That place is going to lift back and up. So as your heart reaches forward and your head lifts back and up, you should really feel you're alive in there. Where is that? Is it like the navel tugging or stretching, or a sense of broadening in the chest, or energy in the low back? I'm not in your body, so I have no idea what's going on in there. But if you pay attention on purpose, you'll know. And you just offer the breath into that experience as you breathe in deep, breathe out long. 2 more times. Breath comes in. Breath goes out. Last time. Breathe in deep. And breathe out long. Come all the way down to lay on the mat and stack your hands to make a pillow for your forehead. You could bend your legs and swish your shins from side to side. And then prop yourself up on your elbows once again. Get your big toes to touch together behind you. And now bending your right leg, lay your left forearm parallel to the end of your mat. Reach back and grab a hold of the inside of your right foot with your right hand. And start to press the right heel towards the glutes. Try and bring the right hip point back down to the floor. And as you feel the right quadricep begin to stretch, don't let the heart collapse. Push through the left elbow, lift the chest. If it's too intense on the back, just slide your left elbow a bit further away from you. Some of you might be so flexible, though, you can spin your fingertips forward to face your toe tips. That gives you a little more leverage as the elbow turns upwards. You can stretch the quadricep a bit deeper. Breathe in. Breathe out, 1. Breathe in. Breathe out, 2. Breathe in. Breathe out, 3. Very sweetly, let the right leg go. Big toes touch together behind you. We'll do the other side. Lay your right forearm parallel to the end of your mat and bend your left leg. Reaching your left hand back, grab a hold of the inside of the left foot. Start to work your left heel towards the glutes. So the tendency here is just collapse, right? As you press through the right elbow, lift the chest. Spine is long. Maybe you spin fingers to face toes. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale for 3. Release the left leg. Again, stack your hands, make that pillow for your forehead. And bending your legs, swish your shins from side to side. Bring your legs back down to earth. Frame the chest with your hands and press back child's pose. Tucking the toes, downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Upside down letter V shape with the body. Breathe in deep. Breathe out long. Again, breath comes in. Breath goes out. Breathe in deep. Breathe out long. Start to walk your feet forward towards your hands. And then bending your legs once you reach to the top of the mat. Curl your tail between your legs and very slowly, carefully roll all the way up to stand. The head is the last thing to arrive. How you feel? Yeah? I've done this, so now everyone's gone. Very cute. All right, grab hold of one of your blocks and put the block between your feet on its lowest height, running long ways like a portrait instead of wide like a landscape. And then step your left foot on top of the block. Have your right foot hip distance from the left. And so as you scoot your hips forward, feel that you're stacking your hips on top of your knees are on top of your ankles. Sweep your arms out and up. Grab the right wrist with the left hand. Pin the shoulders up by your ears. And as you exhale, start to lean off to the left. Take your bottom left ribs and try and rotate them up towards the sky. Arms are straight. If you want to make a balancing act of the pose, flex your right foot. Energetically push the right heel down. 3 breaths. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. One more. Inhale. Exhale, 3. As you inhale, come all the way up and gracefully dismount. Okay, we'll do the other side. So the right foot goes on the block, your left foot is hip distance, and you're stacking your hips on top of your knees. Sweep your arms out and up, grab left wrist with right hand, pin the shoulders up by the ears. As you exhale, side bend. Taking the bottom right ribs, turning them up towards the sky. Maybe you flex the left foot as you press down through the left heel energetically. Breathe in. Breathe out, 1. Breathe in. Breathe out, 2. Once again, breathe in. Breathe out for 3. Inhale to come all the way up and step down. Good. Okay, so I'll demonstrate what we'll do next, and then we'll all give it a shot. We've got our strap, and again, you've got the loop, and you've got the tail, okay? we're going to pull on the tail. So we've got a small loop and a long tail. Okay. Now, once we're here, we'll hook our right foot into the strap, and we'll take the tail end of the strap and tuck it between our first two toes. So it looks like a sandal, you see. Now, is this the most comfortable thing in the world? No, but we're going to use this to our benefit. The emphasis here, I want you to think about lifting the heart and lengthening the side body, okay? And so we'll drape the tail end of the strap over the right shoulder. We're squeezing the inner leg lines together. These are all things we've practiced. And we'll bring the hands to the base of the neck. Now, as you inhale, you'll kick the foot back into the strap. And as you exhale, your hands go back. Breathing in, you'll kick the foot into the strap. And as you exhale, you'll walk the hands back. The tendency is going to want to be to let the hands go higher than the head. You see, like this? Not what we're doing. It's about lengthening your spine, right? I once had a great ballet teacher, and she said, happy people have open armpits. Depressed people look like this. So this version of Natarajasana, dancer's pose, really happy open chests and armpits, okay? So hook the right foot into the loop. So the whole ankle is encircled by the loop. And then with the tail pointing towards your toes, you'll tuck the tail end between your first two toes. Yeah, tuck the tail underneath your foot. You missed the first step of getting the loop around the ankle. What? No. But it's going to make sure the strap doesn't fall off your foot. And then the tail comes towards your toes. Like that. Now lift your foot up. There you go. Okay, now drape the strap over your right shoulder like a purse or a bag. And we want the hands to be as low as the neck, okay? So grabbing a hold of both hands with the strap. Hands are lower than the neck. Squeeze your inner thighs together. Take a big breath in. Kick your foot back. Feel the armpits flare up. Exhale, walk your hands back towards the right foot. Breathe in. The foot presses back. The elbows lift up. Exhale, hands moving back. You don't have to grab the foot today. We're not trying to be on the Russian gymnastics team. That's not what this is about. I want you to feel that the heart is available and open. The armpits are also open. The breath really filling up the chest cavity. And if you're just like, I hate this, just grab your right foot instead and do the same work this way. Okay, breathe in. Breathe out. Big breath in. Long breath out. One more time. Breathe in deep. Breathe out long. Release. Have your feet wider than your hips. Bend your legs, and then make circles with your hips. After all those very linear poses, then you got to do something circular after. That's the deal. And then go the other way. And then bend your legs. Take a big breath in. You can have your hands on your knees. And as you exhale, come up to stand, squeeze the glutes. Really activate the glutes. That's going to release pressure from the low back. Take a big breath in. Exhale, you can relax the glutes. So we'll do the other side. Before we do the left side, who's got questions, comments, concerns, breakdowns, breakthroughs to report? Anything? Anything before we do it again? How do I, or ouch, I feel? Anything? Okay, let's go for it. So the left foot in the loop, the tail is pointing towards your toes. And then taking the tail end and tucking it between your first two toes, step on it. Now that you're here, take the tail end and put it over your left shoulder. So we're squeezing the inner leg lines together. The hands can start to come down towards the neck. Take a big breath in as you kick the foot back against the hand. Lift the elbows and liven the armpits and chest. And as you exhale, walk back with your hands. Big breath in, foot kicks. Exhale, hands go back. Just find the intelligent edge of the posture where you feel the spine extended, the chest is lifted, the armpits are open, and then breathing. Yeah, breathing. The glory, the joy of being alive, expansion and contraction. Happy armpits. Breathe in. Breathe out. Big breath in. Long breath out. Breathe in deep. Breathe out long. Last time. Big breath in. Long breath out. Release. Good. You can ditch the strap. Get your feet wider than hip distance apart. Bend your legs. And again, you can make circles with the hips. Big circles. And then go the other way. Now squatting slightly forward, hands on the knees, take a big breath in, lengthen your spine. As you exhale, straighten the legs, squeeze the glutes. Really squeeze the glutes as much as you can here. Take a big breath in, lengthen your spine. Exhale. All right, turn the toes out wide. We'll take a squat. That'll also help to release the low back. Hands can come together at heart center, or if you want to start to invoke a counter pose for that back bending, you can walk your hands forward and just slouch in the squat. 3 breaths. Breathe in. Breathe out 1. Breathe in. Breathe out 2. Breathe in. Breathe out for 3. You can set your hands behind you very gently. The hips come down. We'll lay on our back. Cross the right ankle over the left leg, figure 4. It's going to feel so nice for all the things we just lived through. Use the bend of your right elbow as you press the right leg away. You've got the right ankle over the left leg. And then change sides. Left ankle over right leg. Holding the legs near. Bend of left elbow, pressing the left leg away. Feel the aliveness inside the body. Shimmer of subtle movement. And then slowly stepping both feet flat onto the floor. Widen your feet as wide as the mat and let the knees fall left and right, left and right, left and right. Happy baby. Catch hold of the outer edges of the feet with the hands. Drop the low back down to the earth. If holding on to your feet doesn't let the low back, the sacral plate, touch down, I want you to hold on to your shins or your calves or your backs of the thighs instead. Gently rock from side to side. And as you lean to the left, you can slowly try and extend your right leg wide to the right. And then as you lean to the right, bending the right leg, you can try and extend your left leg wide to the left. Hug the knees into the chest. Take a big breath in, and as you exhale, release. Shavasana. Just bringing your awareness to the heart. Let the current of the mind and the energy of the senses move towards the heart. There's an 18th century poet from Bengal, Padmakar Bhatt, and they describe so beautifully this available-hearted to all, becoming available-hearted to all of life's experience. And they speak to their own heart, which is so brilliant. Definitely a tool we can all bring into our inner world, to be in dialogue with our own higher nature. Padmakar Bhatt writes, "O my courageous heart, have patience. If you can hold on bravely for some time, you will see that the bad times will take a turn for the better. Just as sorrow came after happiness, in the same way, after some time, happiness too will follow sorrow. O my courageous heart, have patience. Just as we constantly listen to the sweet music of Lord Krishna's flute, so will Krishna hear us calling out his name and come be with us. Someday, sooner or later, the good days do return." When we become available-hearted to life, the idea is we come to know that life is longing for us too. Love, energy, grace, beauty. It wants us as much as we want it. As you rest in that energy of aliveness inside, be open to grace, to love, to healing, to nourishment. It's here now. Are you? And in this way, we'll rest. Available-hearted. Sahridaya. bandhanam mrityormukshya Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva bandhanam mrityormukshya mamrita Begin to enliven the body as you wiggle the fingers and the toes. Circle the wrists, the ankles. And sweep the arms high up overhead as you take a nice big morning stretch. Reach as if you're bigger than just the body. Feel yourself as an infinite energy as you stretch. And then hug the knees into the chest as you rock yourself over onto one side. Coming to rest in the fetal position for a short while before pressing yourself up to a seat. Coming to face the front of the room, you establish that easy seat, either a cross-legged position or a kneeling one, whatever you're happy in. And you can place the hands together at the heart center as you bow the head in the direction of the heart. And as you feel the heart beat into your hands, as you feel the energy of life within, dedicate this contact, this feeling, this goodness for the benefit of something larger than just yourself. And we'll send this goodwill, this blessing power, this feeling of oneness with the energy of life out into the universe so that all beings everywhere might be happy and free. Take a big breath in for the sound of Om. Breathe in from the heart. Last time, inhale. Asato ma sadgamaya, tamaso ma jyotirgamaya, mrityurma amritam ghamaya. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Loka samasta Sukhino bhavantu. This passage from the Upanishads translates to mean, lead us from the unreal to the real. Lead us from the darkness to the light. Lead us from the fear of death to the knowledge of immortality. Peace for the body, peace for the mind, peace for the soul. May the entire universe be filled with peace and joy, love and light. The light within me bows to the light within you. Namaste. Thank you so much for sharing a part of your week with me. Have a wonderful rest of it.